Hey folks, hope you guys have a good day. Today we're playing some Eldoria RPG. Another game that I promised I wouldn't look at, but I'm going to look at again anyways because it got revamped recently. And let's be real here, I feel like I don't give enough credit to the game developers when I look at my videos. They'd be like, these changes were definitely needed, so we're going to go ahead and revamp it. And, wow, they did it. They did stuff that most people don't usually do, and take this criticism and use it to improve their game, which is awesome, amazing. So yeah, they redid the UI. They made it so that they made the UI more bigger, which is more scale, make it so that it can actually be scaled. They didn't remove the quest thing though, which honestly, who gives a shit? Honestly, it's whatever. Honestly, it's a temporary thing, so it doesn't really matter. Honestly, the game passes. I mean, yeah. I mean, the game. I mean, the UI still doesn't like. I mean, this UI definitely isn't like. The UI is definitely good, but it doesn't like fit the. But I feel like the quest theme does the quest UI doesn't really fit with the themes of the UI. Apart from that, I'd say that's definitely a lot better than what it was previously. So yeah, that being said, let's get right into it. So yeah, last time we left off, we played this game, and it was looking a bit more different, honestly, definitely. So, game is now a lot more. The game looks a lot more cooler. The UI, the whole map, they revamped the whole map. They did like a whole. They revamped the whole map. They redid the whole UI too, and a lot of cool stuff. So. They did do a couple updates to the mobs a bit. Not the grass monsters specifically, but I mean, I guess it's not that bad because I guess they're just the first mob. But the Bushwhacker definitely has a good revamp at this rate, so I guess I will give them that. So yeah, and they fixed that bug that I mentioned previously. That bug being where basically the mods wouldn't the giant mods would take a long time to slow down. I had a tutorial on that, and they must have looked at it, and boy, have they decided to finally put that into consideration. And yeah, apart from that, there's really nothing else I would say about the game. So, GG to those who actually took the advice and actually grabbed and actually made it literal. I mean, most game developers don't do that. Sometimes they just ignore and think I'm attacking them, which I'm really not really trying to attack anyone, honestly, at this rate. I'm just trying to get my own thoughts and opinions. And I mean, sure, you don't have to listen to my opinions if you don't want to. I mean, it's whatever. So, but for someone who wants a game, but I'm just looking at general ideas, honestly, which is fair enough. But yeah, I will say they did redo the mobs a bit, so that's good. So I guess, especially the mob right there, honestly. But yeah, he definitely looks a lot better. He looks quite like the tree, and I'm dead. Okay. Because I don't have my damn armor on. Okay, buddy. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and equip some of this. Alright, so yeah, we're quite. So the revamp looks a whole lot better, honestly. So I think the plan is just to get through more levels and figure out what's the next area and all that stuff. So the next area is level 25, and I guess we'll just go and grind more and figure out what's next. So yeah, definitely. Game definitely looks a lot better, honestly. They did redo the UI on the keybinds a bit, or they did redo like the proximity prompts, which is honestly pretty cool. So good to see that happening. Definitely. So yeah. So I'd say it's definitely worth looking at now, but I really wouldn't say it's like the best. But hey, I mean, you can't. I mean, if you really want to please everyone, I guess make an advanced RPG. But for me, for someone that wants to go for classic, which I really love classic games, and very nostalgic, then I'd say go for it, honestly. So yeah. Now my point of this video was to come up a few things. First of all, no, I don't want to see this game die. I want to see games do well. I want to see games like these do well, because I mean, to be honest, I just like myself classic RPG games too, and an RPG game like this that's definitely classic. It definitely looks classic. It has a classic feel to it. I'd say yeah, keep it, honestly. Keep on working on it. Continue making it better. And all that stuff. So yeah. Now there was one person that did say the previous update. So I did get I think someone did ask me the feedback on the game, and I didn't really have enough time to respond to it. But I was kind of busy at the moment. But he basically said this. So I'm gonna pull it up real quick. This guy he works on the game now, and I don't want to like expose him or something like that. But basically he said. Discussing the development of Eldoria RPG, what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you'd want to see in the RPG if you really want to try it again in the future. Well, this is what the video is for, to give my honest honest thoughts on the new version of this game and the newest edition of this game, and see if it changed a few things. Yeah, it definitely did change. Definitely, it'll change a lot of things. I'd say it's definitely a step in the right direction, but it doesn't really go over a few things. Like a good example would definitely be like mining accessories and stuff. I guess I'm not sure. There's really nothing I can really think of much. I just need to get iron wood. I can get reinforced iron armor, which I can definitely do. Wood armor. I just need 60 wood. How much do I have? I have 12 wood, 250. Let me take a look. So that's 50 HP, 60 HP. Why is reinforced armor more powerful than wood armor? Or why is wood armor more powerful than reinforced iron armor? That does not make sense to me whatsoever. But okay then, fair enough. Ancient wood and wood. We got 30 of these. We got 22 of these. We just gotta keep on killing some of these guys and all that stuff. So, definitely going for that. Let's just grab our axe and start chopping a little bit of shit out of these mud wood stumps. See, they definitely take. I guess one thing I do like about this game is that they use different type of weapons for they used a lot of different stuff to use as props. Like for example, they didn't use just ores; they also used stumps, flowers, grass, which is honestly that by itself is definitely deserves some credit. Honestly, because not everyone will be willing to do that, but definitely these guys honestly. So yeah, there are also a bunch of our games that are going to be popping up at some point too. At some point, one game is Deliverance RPG. There have been many other games that are like that. So they're going to be competing for each other's RPG for one of the coolest games of each other's RPG kit. Hopefully that game comes out soon. But if you guys want to see more videos see more updates on that, definitely would recommend you looked at the RPG Discord server, because my god, there's a lot of people who make pretty damn interesting creations up there. There's this one dude that has a game based off of the olden times of Roblox, but it's not a classic RPG. See, it's more of RPG with voxel style of it's more of your advanced type, kind of like Deep Woken, where basically I guess you have different mechanics, you have more advanced mechanics than your typical RPG you'll see nowadays, or you'd see in 2016 or something like that. But yeah, another game that I have heard is definitely coming out is apparently the same guy that made Divine RPG 2 is working on another game called Voxelforge, whatever it's called. So that'll be an interesting game. I cannot wait to see how that goes, honestly. There are lots of RPGs that are definitely coming out this year, and hopefully they'll be out before next year. Because I definitely want to see the community grow as a whole, but it's just differently. It's just all that stuff. So now for me, I kind of prefer to develop. If you guys want to know my honest opinion, I personally prefer to develop classic RPG games, even though I know a lot of people may say, why do you do classic RPG? Why do you do simple RPG games, but not the classic ones? More advanced ones, why you want to develop those ones. Truth is, I don't really want to I don't really want to go that far into doing that far in terms of I just want to keep things personal. I personally want to keep things simple. That's kind of why I kind of fell in love with classic RPG games, honestly, at this rate, because they're just so simple, and it's just something I seem to enjoy, honestly. And sure, I can tell some people may not agree with that idea, but hey, it's their own opinion, so why should I care? So yeah, but yeah, definitely. But it still doesn't want to stop. It still doesn't stop me from wanting to see the whole community grow see different RPGs grow as a whole, all that stuff. So yeah, definitely would be an interesting look. Definitely will be interesting to look at if you guys do have time. So. So I'm really excited, honestly. I'm really excited to see how far we can get in this game, definitely. Oh wow, they actually fixed the healing zone. GG, I was wondering if they ever fixed the healing zone. Earlier it wasn't. It was kind of broken, but now it's actually fixed. So I call that one. So yeah, that's nice. So yeah, Porterum I say is pretty interesting. Now I kind of wonder what the hell these worlds mean, because you see there's World 1 and then there's World 2. What is the difference between these? And I really don't know, honestly. So it'll be pretty cool to know what's the difference. but it's whatever, I guess, honestly, that's right. So yeah, apart from that, I really have nothing else to say about this game. It's good. Definitely has a lot of, definitely has an interesting feel to it, honestly. I mean, it's not like the best, but I'd say it's definitely a step in the right direction if you want to make this game to its fullest potential with a classic game at this rate. So, and a lot of people seem to have agreed that this is definitely brings back to the classic days of RPGs, like Infinity and all that stuff. Which honestly, it's good to see because I, as someone who does development too, kind of want to see some more simple RPGs like this in the future because the games are saturated with advanced RPGs. I feel like if we, but that's just my eyes, I think. But personally, I don't. I really shouldn't. I don't really want. I don't really want people to like take my opinions and use them as weapons or something like that. Because personally, people do what they want to do. If you want to work on games like such as Deliverance RPG and have advanced games, go for it. Honestly, it's your life, your choice, your passion. Do what you feel like is best for you at this rate. But yeah, um, I really have enjoyed playing this game, honestly. So the Dark Wolves are definitely interesting. You know what would be really cool? If we can find the different variations of mobs. Like, just like, instead of a mob, maybe have like 2 mobs and a boss. Instead of like 1 mob and a boss. It'd be pretty interesting. I would really see that happen. But I think now looking at it, I think it is going to happen because if you think about it, there actually is an index where we can look at, and apparently there can definitely be more. Apparently there can definitely be like more content into it. So apparently there's like you got like an Obsidian Knight, Obsidian Golem, Obsidian Warden, and Stone Golem. So that's gonna be interesting. They have a lot of these changes and stuff. So that'll be interesting once we get to the third area, which will be pretty cool. I will admit though, the third area definitely took a bit to get to in terms of content, or in terms of how much grinding it took. It took me like 2 years just to get to 2 areas. Which it's not. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm just saying it's kind of a bit for quite. It's quite a lot for a game that. It's just quite a bit for a game that for a start. But I mean, it's not like but I do understand how I can be honestly. So yeah. All right, so we're on our way to finishing these things up, and yeah, I'm not sure what these flowers are for honestly. Like, I really don't know, but I'm really curious to think how far, what days those are for. I wonder if there's like a hoe or something like that, but yeah, until then, I guess we're going to use some of these woods to use them, I guess, so, I don't know. But yeah, this is a really good way to start. This is a really good way to look at things. A good way to, I guess it's like it's a good way to relieve some stress out of your day, I guess. So, yeah. Eldoria RPG definitely deserves some props for definitely being a bit different. Like I said, the usage of props and stuff, but yeah, definitely. I mean, some people have high expectations for RPG games nowadays, but then again, I feel like a lot of people would. Especially with a lot of the games that have been popping up recently with Dominus RPG and games like Difficult RPG, where games will just like never come out, which is understandable. But if it isn't doing any damage, then let the guys do their games with them. Honestly, personally, if I had a choice to make a good game, if I had a choice to make an advanced RPG game and please everyone, or make a simple RPG and just for my own time and passion, I would choose the second part. Honestly. I know it might sound kind of weird, but that's kind of how I am. That's kind of how I think about it. And I know some people will be like, well, Roblox is a career at this rate, honestly. Okay, I get that, but people just seem to be in the mindset where basically what harm is there doing when when people are doing what they like doing instead of just making it instead of being money. And I understand some people want to do it for money. I just understand, gotta have a career somehow. I get it. But I guess things have changed recently, and I guess things are just the same here on Roblox, honestly, which is a shame. But hey, I mean, people change, man, but it still won't stop me. I'm sure it won't stop me, and I'm sure it won't stop viewers from developing games for passion and not for fun, or developing games for passion, not for or stuff like that. But yes, as you can tell, we're getting pretty close to whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, 20 level 25, which I say is pretty good. So we're making more progress, as you can tell here. I think we're gonna get to 20, and I'm probably gonna be from there because definitely worth looking but definitely would. But there's more just getting in what meets the eye, I guess. But there's one thing I do have a few concerns about this game a bit. For example, does this game have lore? I would really love to see the lore of this game because if this game has lore, then it would mean a lot if you could make the game show it in a way. Because I feel like lore is what brings the game together at this rate, or brings games together at this rate. Like for example, like a good way to think about it is Dark Souls. People play Dark Souls maybe also for the amount of hard difficulty it is and how grindy it is. But maybe also some people want to know the lore about the game. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know some people have their own different aspects in life. Personally, it's whatever. I mean, you do what you want to do, but personally, the lore definitely I feel like should be more involved. But if there's not lore, then create some. Hell, if the development team wants to make lore for the game, just go for it. Honestly, it doesn't really hurt. It doesn't really hurt to do lore for the game. I'm not saying you just grab the game and just make it lore based. Personally, the game does. It's whatever. Honestly, I just rate. Lore is just. I feel like, in my opinion, lore definitely bring the game together. Honestly, but that's just my thoughts. So, but yeah, that's pretty my thoughts. I think it's a good time to end the video. Because we're at level 20. So yeah, anyways, I think this probably is. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to see more videos like this, then please be sure to subscribe, like, and turn on bell on channel. But you also know it's a video. And also for the people who are working on Eldoria RPG, please keep in mind that my content on this channel isn't meant to cancel any game or whatsoever, or cause any hate whatsoever, because I keep on getting, because I know some people are going to hate the game because of this. But my content is not for hate or anything like that. Please don't weaponize my content because you don't like the game, honestly. I just want to see games do. I just want to see games because I just want to see games do good as passion projects, and also just showcase what can be done with an RPG at this rate. Both classic, advanced, and probably neoclassic. Depends, honestly. But yeah, anyways, I think that's probably going to be it. Thanks for watching, and this is Big Insects out. Have a good one, as always.